The bookies will have England as the favourites. Do you feel that way?
I would only have Mexico as the favourites just because of it being at the Azteca, the altitude and all that playing a big part in it. The physical output that's going to be needed there is going to be very difficult. You know, there's been so many times where teams have gone and they've tried to stay there for a few days to get climatized and all those type of things. Mexico haven't been convincing, but now in the knockout stages, they seem to have taken it to another level. And I think the nation is behind them massively, and it's going to be a very difficult game.
Intimidating, isn't it, Troy, going to be for England? Do you see that?
Depends who you ask, right?
Is that it?
To me, it should be great.
Does that make it better?
Going into the Lions Den.
It would be great to go into the Lions Den, yeah.
But to Nigel's point earlier about the lack of characters just in the game in general now, yeah, there's excuses already built in, right, for England players. The excuse is already built in. It's at altitude. We've had a long season. If we played deep into the Champions League, there's all these excuses already built in. Or there's another thinking. And I had a little argument with the guys beforehand. It's harder to run without the ball. Get the ball, move the ball, make them run. And that's all I genuinely believe that we have to work on. So much of just, I'm going to get into a little bit later with Jen's got the stats for me, but when we watched the French game yesterday, there was a stat yesterday that we pulled up, a passing stat. 30% of their passes are forward. 53% is side, so they're just moving you. Only 17 goes back, because they know we're going to dominate the game, we're going to move it from side to side. As soon as you're tired, bang, we're in. I haven't seen the England ones yet. Probably sure it's flipped. I wouldn't be surprised there's 54 back. And we've got to be able to dominate the ball at the Azteca. Exercise those, Ross. What are you laughing for?
Could you keep on rubbing these chairs?
I'm getting annoyed.
Keep going, you're going to take all
annoyed, yeah. Sorry. It annoys. Do you know why it annoys me
material
more?
Off the chairs. Are you all right?
Do you know why it annoys me more? Oh, there we go. The graphic is
she stitched you up here, by the way.
This is great. No, this is great. So this is just showing again. Look, that was just today against DR Congo. But I guarantee if we was able to dive in a little bit more, those forward passes would have all been coming after 75 minutes, after the first goal. But again, look, side to side, side to side. You've got to go into the forward areas a lot quicker, and also the differences as well. Remember when we showed the last stat for the last game, which was 19 times giving the ball away, Marcus Rashford. 6 times Madueke came on, 14 times it was Saka. You've got to be able to have that end product at the end of it. And I think going into the Azteca, puff your chest out, let's go. Let's go. Let's have a real game of football. Let's show them, because respectfully to Mexico, they're a good team. They're not a great team.
What about the tactics then, Grell? All of the atmosphere and everything aside, you got the iPad, no?
Yeah, we're going to just look at how England's conceded the first goal today, and this is going to happen. I think that the game will not look like either team has control. Mexico, we're going to play crazy because it's Azteca. They're going to go for it, the game. England are also pretty good in transition, so I don't see moments where either team's going to control. I think it's going to be unbelievable game. But this...
You think it's more carnage then? Like more...
I think it's going to be super open. Right. And there's one camp of me that thinks, okay, for England, that's actually benefits them because they're pretty good in those kind of games that go back and forth. And the other one, it's away from home and a difficult place to go. I think they've only lost one game there in World Cup history ever in the Azteca. Also, it's going to be hot, right? So that's going to be difficult. But this is the first goal. England are in that shade of purple that you see right there. And just going to show you what ended up happening when you commit numbers forward against them. What you see is here is this DR Congo got some numbers forward here. So they got these 4 guys that were along the back 4 of England right there, right? And what happened was once the ball swing out to here, this is going to be a little football right here. Just use your imagination. Let's see if I could do it. There it is. That's going to be the football right there, right? And what happens is England is so fast to shift over, but it happened late. And what ends up happening is these players here start shifting. Sorry, start unselect that.
This is like watching Grella try and find the game.
Okay. They start shifting like this, right? So this is the back line of England, and they start shifting over, man to man, and they shift so hard, and it happens a little late that it leaves this big spot here on the back post. This is going to happen a lot against Mexico, and then obviously Sipenga was able to come into this area. Then we talk about just what we mentioned earlier is sort of Pickford here, and you see him. He starts here because he's strong side where the ball is here, right? And then afterwards, once the ball gets switched to the other far side area, he slides over here and still manages to get beat at his near post. So that's a problem. So this back line here is going to have to shift a little bit quicker and a little bit better. And also these recovery runs have to be better from the 3 England midfielders as well. So that was just something I saw today. I think that the game is going to go back and forth in a crazy transition. So they have to get those moments right.
Grealish makes a great point where if you think about it, if you're Mexico right now, you've just seen England today, and you talk about the tactical element of it as well. They know playing at Azteca is an advantage to them with the altitude. So if you really want to beat a team up, high pressing, high tempo, make England have to work, because to do that at that high altitude for 90 minutes is going to be way too much. By the time you get to that 60, 70 minute, England players are going to be finding it very difficult. You can't let them come there and be confident and comfortable playing out the back. So you need to make it a dogfight, a scrap. And then also the fans are going to get behind it. And like Troy said as well, then we're going to start to see what I think is a question of character now. Like, I know Troy's mentality. My mentality is the same. I would love to go into that environment. I embrace chaos like that for that type of opportunity to play football. Love it.
It's going to be sold out as well, isn't it? And they're yet to even concede. The fans are on their side. Is there something to be said, though, about the reverse side of that, Troy, when the fans, you know, the Mexican fans, they're so passionate, aren't they? If things don't start going their way in a moment like this, we have seen maybe them have the opposite effect.
Absolutely. But they're a very proud nation anyway when it comes to their football and their people. I remember a few years back, 2018, I said something about Raul Jimenez when he put the mask on, and obviously we beat him. Got death threats for about 3 years. It was good fun. But in this situation, you have to think about it as, yes, they're unbeaten. Yes, it is a positive for them. I said it yesterday when we were talking, Poppy, if you remember. I gave them a 20% swing just because of the Azteca against Ecuador. I think that does, it boosts them up. Look, these numbers are fantastic. Like, they haven't lost there since 2013. That's amazing.
Yes, yeah.
But respectfully, if England want to be taken serious, you have to go and dominate these games. You have to go dominate these games.
I understand what you're saying, Troy, but I just don't see it. I think we're going to have this conversation all the time.
I don't see it based on anything I've seen so far.
100%. I think we have to accept the reality we are. We're never going to see England dominate any of these games moving forward, especially at knockout stages.
Can we dominate 15 minutes?
Yeah, that'll be a
I'll take 15 minutes.
Try.
Yeah, okay.
What about the bets, though? We're going to bring in Mackenzie Brooks to talk about it. Good to see you, Mackenzie. The atmosphere, obviously, is a huge factor. But what are the bookies saying? Who's the favourite in this game with the early lines?
Yeah, they have Mexico as home underdogs. And obviously that makes sense. But they're really feeling confident about about England. England's plus 110 to win this game. I'm not so sure I want to bet on that and against Mexico right now. I know I sound like a broken record, but both teams to score is minus 110 right now. You guys talked about the chaos. I don't see a version of Mexico not scoring in the Azteca, and I do see England potentially with late goals again. You can bet the second half to have the most goals, but as you guys mentioned, that heat, the second half, that worries me a little bit. One long shot, like plus 1,200 long shot I was looking at on BetMGM is England to win from behind. So just meaning similar to what they did today. Obviously, that's a bit of recency bias, but when you're talking about Mexico playing a home game, used to the climate, used to, you know, altitude, all of it, it's not insane to think Mexico could score first at plus 130 and England has to fight back. Harry Kane's prices haven't come out yet. The stars continue to shine. I talked about in the group stage, round of 32 seems to be proving very, very similar. Getting Harry Kane, hopefully he's going to be minus 140, minus 150 after that. I probably wouldn't play it, but death tax is Harry Kane to score a goal. Death tax is both teams to score.
Yeah, the only thing, Mexico hasn't conceded a goal in 4 games, so you do see them conceding in this one against England.
Law of averages, right?
I think it's about time. I'm in on trends, but I'm also in on there's another end to the bell curve. You know, it'd be statistically impressive to continue to keep clean sheet after clean sheet. And this is obviously going to be the most talent they've played, maybe not the most impressive team in our eyes technically, but as far as the ceiling and potential and strikers, I think this is going to be probably the game that they start to concede. And you can take the under 2.5 right now. It is juiced to the under. So that's odds makers saying they think this will probably be 2 goals in regulation. I wouldn't hate to bet on the regulation tie. That's around plus 220. Maybe this is kind of a slugfest of some sort. Maybe we see a 1-1 draw and we have to go into, you know, some extra time here.
Mackenzie, a little curveball for you. What's a 3-0 England? I'm looking to take it.
3-0 England. Let's
3-0.
see. We can go to correct scores.
Why, are you thinking of betting that, Troy?
Absolutely.
He beats them on one hand and then bets on the other hand.
Called being English. No
I'm
pressure.
not seeing. I see ties. I see. Here we go.
Exact
Please hold.
score.
Exact score.
You know
Where
what I
is
like
it? I'm
lately?
looking
I
at
like
all
the
their
late
others.
goals.
They don't have it out right now.
Don't have it
1,
out.
4, 2, 4.
Shambles.
Yeah, it's pretty fresh, but it'll probably be
Yeah.
like plus 500 or something. Plus 600.
I'll take that.
Plus
I mean-
5,
I'll take 20 on that.
3-0.
20 on that.
I'll take 20 on that. Look, I think as well, when you're looking at Mexico, yes, they've done great so far. Yes, the Azteca. I hear all of that. Are we saying South Africa, South Korea, Czechia, and Ecuador are good teams? Are we saying they're on the level of England?
Ecuador is a good team, not on level of England. Ecuador, my criticism of them was exactly what's happened to them, the lack of a goal scorer and a striker.
Yep.
The rest of the team was good, but they're not going to create many chances to score goals, which is what their World Cup has been. If you realistically, if we look at both performances from both nations, they are very similar. Mexico have not been as convincing as England haven't been as convincing. So for performances from where they both are, I don't think.
Watch the last game?
I watched Mexico in the last game, yes, but still, we could say the same thing about England against Croatia. If you want to take it into little bits.
The first half were terrible. The second half were a
You
little
could
bit
take
better.
it. Yeah, I mean, listen, you could take it either ways, but I wouldn't say there's much between both teams' performances of what we've seen.
Hey, Mackenzie, 3-0. Stick me 20 on. Let's go, boys.
Love it.
England to win by exactly 3 goals is plus 1250.
Oh,
Ooh, better odds than you thought.
Disneyland is coming, kids. Let's go.
Mackenzie, thanks so much.
don't think
Looking
Mexico
forward
will
to
score?
seeing you obviously later. Mackenzie's not with us, everybody, because she's in Chicago. She's going to be with the
Having a jolly up again.
One crew tonight, and we can't wait for it. It's Charlie Davis, Jimmy Conrad, Tony Miola, and Marcelo Balboa. Mackenzie's going to be in the middle of all the fans as well. So we look forward to that in Recess, Chicago.